The guitar is a great musical instrument, but before we begin playing the guitar, let's familiarize ourselves with the basic parts of the guitar. The body consists of the bridge, the pick guard, and in the case of an acoustic guitar, the sound hole. Attached to the body of the guitar is the neck, which is comprised of various frets starting with fret 1, 2, 3, and so on. The nut separates the neck from the headstock, which is where all the tuning keys are located. It is also a good idea to know how to properly hold the guitar. And you also want to make sure that the guitar isn't tilted so you're not looking at the strings. Make sure that it is parallel with your body. And you also want to make sure that the neck is slanted slightly upwards, like so. Now that you are holding the guitar properly, we're going to move on to hand placement and strumming. With your fretting hand, you want to make sure that your thumb is placed directly on the back of the neck of the guitar, like so. And you want to make sure that this palm is not resting against the neck. That just gives your fingers more flexibility. I'll reiterate, the neck is comprised of all these frets, and starting with this fret, you have fret 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the way up. And in the case of your picking hand, you want to make sure that you're holding the guitar pick between your index finger and your thumb firmly. And you want to make sure that the object is to pick each string with the tip of the guitar pick, like so. Now we're going to move on to some basic chords. Basic chords are comprised of several notes, which are created with your fretting hand and are played with your picking hand. Now, it's necessary to know what each string is entitled as. E, A, D, G, B, and E. When you're talking about chord placement, it's a good idea to number your fretting hand like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now when you're talking about strumming the guitar, it is essential to know what measures are. Now each measure is basically comprised most of the time of 4 beats. So when you're strumming, what you're going to do is a whole note, for example, consists of an entire measure. So I'll count the beats out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. As for a half note, you're only going to be strumming for half of the measure, then you'll strum again halfway through it. I'll give you an example. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as for a quarter note, it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's review what we covered. We first went over the main components of a guitar. After, we focused on correct placement of the guitar and hand positioning. Last, we finished up with describing beat measures and chords. Playing the guitar takes a lot of practice, but always remember, keep at it, and most importantly, have fun.